These are the yarns we'll be using. The main yarn we'll be using is this one. So this is Tailor yarn, 100% polyester, 100 gram and 67 meters or 73 yards. So this is going to be the main yarn for the project. Like I have here, this is the main yarn we are going to be using. Then the ones we use for this plaid pattern are these three. So these three are the Patterns Highland bulky yarn. Yeah, the Patterns Highland bulky yarn in these three different colors. So this is Pecan, Fair, and Harbor. So I'm just going to leave the name on the screen. So these are the three yarns, or the 4 colors of yarns we'll be using. We'll also be using the 6mm crochet hook. We'll be using our scissors, our yarning needles, and we'll also use a metallic clip or zipper depending on what you want. So you could either put a zipper in the middle of the bag here, or just use a clip to hold it, whichever you prefer. So those are what we're going to be using. With our main yarn, which is this one, we'll start off by making 10 chains and 6 rows. So I just finished my 10 chains. So I'm going to work single crochets into each and everything, going up till I have 6 rows. So after my 6 rows, this is what I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So worked 10 chains and 6 rows. So this is one side of the bag. So we're going to make 2 of this. After making the sides of the bag, the next part will be to make the handle. So for the handle, we are going to make 2 of it. But starting off, we just need to make 30 chains and 1 row. So for my 30 chains, I started from here, made my chains to this side, and made single crochets going back to this place. And I finished my 30 chains and 1 row. Now the next thing we are going to do for the handle, to kind of like make it thick a little bit. When you're looking at your single crochets, it's kind of a bit hard to see with this one, but if you look on this part, or basically on the lines where you have it, you see that you have openings on this side, the left side, or this side, and you have openings on this side. So the same way you have an opening here, 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 basically going down this way, the same way we have openings on this side. So basically the chain stitches that we have here are these openings, while the single crochets we made here are these openings. So we are going to surface crochet into these openings, making slip stitches on this side, and we'll also do the same thing on this side. So to start, I'm going to start on this one, and the first opening I can see is this one. So I'm going to go in here, attach my yarn, and once I do that, I have my yarn at the back here. Then I'll go into the next opening. So the next opening is going to be this one just directly in front. So I'm basically going down this way. So the next opening is going to be this one just directly in front. I'm going to go in there, put my yarn, or put my hook rather, then yarn over and slip stitch. So I just made the first one here. So the next one, I'm just basically going to be slip stitching as I go down. So the next one is going to be this one. So we are still working on the left for now. So the next one is this one. After that, we have this one, then this one, then this one. When you're crocheting, you see that it gets easier to do. So the next one is just going to be this one. I'll put my hook and slip stitch. So now I have these 2 I just did. Next one, the one in front, put my hook and slip stitch. If you want, you can look at it at the back. This is what we have at the back. So when I go into the next one, to make sure you're not going into the one that you just did, you can see where my hook came out from, this one. And this is the one I just finished. So it's a different one, the one directly in front of the last one I just did. So I'll slip stitch into that one. I'll just keep on doing the same thing. The next one in front, as you can see, slip stitch, and I'll move into the next one. Again, slip stitch, the one after that, slip stitch, the one after that, slip stitch. Now I'll just keep going. This is what I have now. This is how it looks. So I'm just going to keep doing the same thing till I get to the end here. Then I'll turn and come back on the other side. Okay, so I just got to the end of the row here. So this is what I have. I started from here, slip stitch, making surface crochet till I got to this side, and now I'm at the end of the row here. So when I get to the end here, because we made single crochets turning, the chain 1 stitch we have, we're also going to make a surface crochet slip stitch into that one, just to kind of like turn. And when I turn, like I told you, on this part as well, the single crochets that we have here, we have those same openings on this side. So this is basically all the openings we have on this side as well. So I'm just going to continue making my slip stitch surface crochets going down this other side. So at the end we'll have one that came from this side and we turned here, and we're now going back on this side. So just keep on making those slip stitch surface or surface slip stitches basically. Okay, so I just got to the end and this is what I have. So we started from here, made the surface crochet or surface slip stitch crochets, and we got to the side, turned, and we came back. So this is what it looks like. I'm just going to cut this off. So for this part of our work, we're just going to slip this in. So we'll just finish this up later on. So for this handle, like I mentioned earlier, you need to make two. So this is my first one, and now this is the second one. Okay, so the next part will be to make the body of the bag, which is this. So all you need to do is make 24 chains and 21 rows. So just need to make 24 chains and make 21 rows, single crochets till you have 21 rows. So once you're done, this is what you have. And then the next part, which is all or what we've been waiting for, the plaid pattern. So for that one, the easiest way to explain it is that we basically want to have vertical lines going this way and then horizontal lines going this way. So for the vertical lines, we'll start with one color for the vertical line going this way, and then another color for the horizontal line going this way. So each time you do a vertical line going this way with a color, we're going to do it at different places. We'll then need to alternate and then do horizontal lines. So you don't need to do all the vertical lines and then all the horizontal lines. So this is what I mean. When I start with this red color, because like I said, we have three colors we're working with. So the green, the blue, and the red. So starting with the red one, we are going to work vertical lines going this way with the red one. And the places we'll be working them after every 5th stitch. So now if you look at this place, we have 24 stitches here. So if you count from here, from the left side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is going to be the 5th stitch, and this is the beginning of the 5th stitch. So we'll start from here making surface crochets, but then we'll be doing slip stitches and we'll work our way to the top of our work. So the same thing we do on the 5th, we'll do it on the 10th, on the 15th, and on the 20th using the red yarn. So the same thing we did here. So like I said, if you just count, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be the 5th stitch. If you move to the next line, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next one will be here. If you move up, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll just keep on making slip stitches going up. So as we've put our hook into this place, we'll then turn to the back, connect our yarn, and pull it out. So we'll have something like this. Then you need to hold, because this is what it looks like. You need to hold this yarn that we have here with your hand, then go into the next one. So the next one is going to be this one, because if you count 5 stitches from the left going to the right, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the next one is going to be in this place. So we'll just go there, pull our yarn, and make a slip stitch. Then you can pull this one to kind of like tighten it. So the next one is going to be this one, because if you count from this side, this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the next one will be this one. We'll go in here, turn to the back, pull our yarn, and slip stitch. So this is basically all we are going to be doing for this first side. So keep on doing that into every 5th stitch going up. So if this is not comfortable for you to do, or if you are new to doing something like this, the easier way to do it, to make it easy for you, is you can take your time to, it's going to be a bit longer, but it will be better for you. So you can take your time to kind of like go into each and every row, count those 5 stitches, and put your stitch marker going up. For me, I can easily see my 5th row going this way. So if it's not easy for you, you can go on each row. So for example, we're on this one, this is row 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be the 5th row. Row 3.5 is going to be 1, 2, 3.5. This is going to be the 5th stitch rather. So you can do that going up. So I'm basically just going to continue making the surface slip stitches till I get to the end of the work here. Once you get to the end, this is what you have. So I already made it from this side going to this side, and like I told you, I worked it into the 5th stitch of every row. So if you count 5 stitches from this side, that is where I have this line, these slip stitch lines. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 5th one going up. So we started with the red color and we started vertically. So we're going to work using the red color vertically into the 5th, the 10th, the 15th and the 20th stitch, going vertically this way. So just to repeat what I explained earlier on, to make these, we worked the first one into the 5th stitch, the next one is going to be into the 10th stitch. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the next one is going to be into this one, and this is the first one. So this is the first one. This is basically the chain stitches that we have before the single crochet going forward. So once we put our hook into it, this is the front of our work, while this is going to be the back of our work. So once we put our hook into it, we'll attach our yarn while holding this loose end. And when we pull it out, we are still holding our yarn this way. Then we'll go into the 10th one of the next line basically, which is going to be this one on top. So when we go in, this is what it looks like on the back. Then we'll yarn over and then make our slip stitch basically like this. So this is basically all I did going up this way. So I'm just going to continue doing that, yarn over and make my slip stitch, yarn over at the back and make my slip stitch, yarn over, make my slip stitch. So once I go in, I turn to the back, I'm basically yarning over at the back and then completing my slip stitch. So that's all I'm going to do till I get to the top here. So I'll just keep on making slip stitch or surface slip stitches till I get to the top with the red yarn. So I did this for the 5th stitch. I'm doing it for the 10th stitch now. I'm going to do it for the 15th and after that the 20th. So I'll show you 4 of them when I have 4 of them done. Okay, so after crocheting, this is what I have. So I started from here, made my surface slip stitches till I got to this side. Same thing I did for this one, the 3rd and the 4th one. If you want to do a 5th one here, you can, I think on the 5th. So it's basically for the vertical ones. So if I put it this way, for the vertical ones, we did this first one because we are trying to like do a guide. So we're going to do a vertical guide and a horizontal guide. So for the vertical guide, we started by putting it into the 5th stitches. So 5, 10, 15, 20. You can put on 25 here just to complete it or round it off. So depending on what you want. So for the vertical ones, we are done. So each time that we're doing either vertical or horizontal, you go with that same color for each of them. So these first ones we did now, the vertical ones. And the end goal we want to have the 3 colors vertically. So we've already used the red for the vertical color. So we still have this blue and green colors left. So the next time we are going to do for the vertical, we are going to put it either to the right or to the left of the vertical ones. So now we did for using this red for the vertical ones, we put them into the 5th stitches. So the next time we're going to do the vertical rows, we are going to either put them to the right, which is the 6th stitch here, or to the left, which is the 4th here. And any place that you put like a particular color, you need to put it the same places in the other sides. So let's say for example, the next time I'm doing my vertical one, I wanted to use the blue color. And note that the colors you are using for each of them, it doesn't really matter, as long as at the end of the day we have all 3 colors going vertically, all 3 colors going horizontally. So let's say the next color I wanted to use for the vertical one was this green color. I'll make sure I put it, if I were to put it, for example, if I were to choose to use the 4th stitch here, basically the one just on the left of the red, that's why I put this red first, so it will be like a guide. So if I choose to use the one on the left, once I do the slip stitch, surface slip stitches on this side, once I come to this one, I'm also going to use these stitches on the left. So it's going to be basically something like this. When I get to this one, I also use these stitches on the left. So I'm going to make it here this way. Same thing with this one. Once I come here, I'm also going to use these stitches on the left, and I'm going to make it this way. And then for the final one, since I told you we need to have 3 of them on each side. So if we were to use the green for the left side of the red one, that means when we are using the blue one, we are going to use it on the right side. So the blue one is basically going to be on the right in the 6 stitches this way. So once we come to this side as well, the blue will be on the right. Once we come to this side, the blue will be on the right. And once we come to this side, the blue will be on the right. But then before doing that, the way you need to rotate it, so now we just did the vertical one. The next one we're going to do is the horizontal ones, the ones that go this way. So each time you finish a vertical one, the next one you need to do is a horizontal one of a different color, depending on which color you have. So like I said, the colors that you choose to start with, don't really matter, as long as at the end of the day you have all 3 colors going vertically and all 3 colors going horizontally, depending on what you want. So we just finish the vertical one using red. I can decide to use my green color to start the horizontal rows. So if I put it this way, the horizontal rows. And for the horizontal rows, unlike the vertical ones where we put them into the 5th, 10th, 15th and 20th stitch, for this one it's going to be a bit easier, because for this one we're going to be doing it after every 2 rows. So if I count, this is row 1, row 2, so we'll put it into these stitches here, and after that row 3, row 4, we'll make them into the stitches here. So let me just start with 1. So same thing we did for this one. I'm just going to start this way because it's easier for me this way. So once I count, this is my first row this way, this is my second row. So basically into all the stitches in this second row, that's where I'm going to put my green yarn. So the same thing like before, I'll go in, pick up my yarn, hold it, then go into the next stitch, because now we are going horizontally. So I'll go into the next stitch. Once I come out at the back, okay, I didn't pick the right one. I'll go into the next stitch. Once I come out at the back, I'll yarn over and then finish up my slip stitch. So this is what it will look like. So I'm basically just going to slip stitch surface crochets till I get to the end here for this one. So I just got to the end of this row. So this is my first one. So like I said, now we are doing them horizontally. And for the horizontal ones, we are first using the green color, and we're going to be doing it in every second row, every 2 rows. So 1, 2, we're going to put it in this one. 3, 4, we'll put it here. So it's basically going to be like here. Then 5, 6 into the next one here. 7, 8 here. 9, 10 here. And we'll do that till we get to the last one, which will be this one here. So I'm just going to go and do the exact same thing, then come back and show you what I have. Okay, so I just finished with the green yarn. I just finished making the horizontal line. So if I turn it this way, I started from here. I worked in the second, after every 2 rows. So 1, 2, we put in the stitch here. 1, 2, we put in the stitch here. 1, 2, put in the stitch here. And we continue doing that going up. So now this is what we have. Now we've basically finished laying our foundation. So the remaining thing we need to do is just finish up. And like I told you, we are alternating horizontal, vertical, and the colors. So now we've used the red color for the verticals. That means we still have the blue color and the green color to use for the vertical. Same thing for the horizontal. We've used the green color. That means we still have the red color and the blue color, which we have not used. So like I said, the next thing to do is we started with the vertical one, then we did the horizontal one. Now the next thing we're going to do is the vertical one with a different color, which is not red, or which we don't already have on the vertical side. So we already have red, so we can choose to use the green or the blue on the vertical. And the place we need to put it, we can either put it to the right or the left of the one we already have, because this is one that's going to be in the middle for the vertical, then the other 2 will be beside it, either left or right, while this is one that's going to be in the middle for the horizontal, and the other 2 will be either left or right of it. So if I choose to go with the blue, for example, because I just did the vertical and I did the horizontal, now I'm about to do the vertical again, and when I'm done doing the vertical 1, 2, 3, 4 for the vertical, I'll then switch and do the horizontal. So now I'm about to do the vertical. For the vertical, same thing I did for the red one, I'm going to use the blue. I can either choose to use the blue or the green yarn, but for this one, let's use the blue yarn. So if I'm using the blue yarn, if I decide to put it in the one before the red, because I told you these 2 are the ones that are going to be in the middle. So we basically have all 3 colors this way, and the one in the middle is the one, these 2 we just did. So any other thing we are putting needs to be either on the right or on the left. And any one you choose, you need to follow that one. So if I were to choose to use the blue one for the next vertical one I want to do, and I want to put it on the right of or the left of the red one, that means I'm going to have something that looks like this. Let me turn it this way. So I'm going to have something that looks like this. So that means I'm going to use the blue one and surface slip stitches this way till I get to the end. And when I'm done here, I'll move to the next one, still using the blue one on the left side of the red one, and do the same thing. Same thing I'm going to do here. Same thing I'm going to do here. And when I finish the vertical for this one, because this is actually vertical that we're doing, when I finish doing these ones, then the next one I'm going to do is the horizontal. And we've already used the green color for the horizontal. You can decide to use the red or the blue color. Choose which one you want to use, either the one on the right or this one on the left. And whatever one we choose, let's say for example we decide to choose the red color for the vertical after we are done doing red color for the horizontal after we are done doing the vertical blue colors. So let's say we decide to choose the red color for the horizontal and we want to use the one before the green color. So that means it's going to be red, it's going to be here, 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 basically going up that way. So if I turn it this way, and we chose the one before the green, so this one here. So we're going to have it this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, basically going that way. So we are basically just going to rotate vertical, horizontal, and make sure we're using a different colors each time we are doing either the vertical or horizontal. So we are not using the same color 2 times. So I'm going to basically start the next one, which is the vertical, because we did the vertical with the red, horizontal with the green, and we've laid our foundation. Now any other thing we're going to do is basically just going to be beside our foundation, so either left or right or left or right. So vertical, horizontal. Now I'm back to vertical and I want to use this one before the red color. So I'm going to start from here, and when I come here I'll start from here, when I come here I'll start from here. So I just hope the way I explained it is easier for you to understand, because I believe this is the easiest way to explain it. So for the blue, I chose to use the one before the red color, and I'm doing the vertical now. So just make sure you alternate it, vertical, horizontal, while changing colors, and we're basically just repeating the same thing. So this is how the pattern is made. So I'm just going to keep on doing the blue and going down. Okay, so I just finished the blue vertical ones. I started from here and I put them on the left side of the red one, the middle one. So I put them here, 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 and here. So I started from this end till I got to this end. And like I told you, we'll alternate. So we started with the red vertical, then went to the green horizontal, and now we put the blue vertical, and now we need to go horizontal. So for the horizontal, we already have the color green here. So now we could either use the red or the blue. So I'm going to go with blue since I just finished, or rather red, since I just finished using blue for the vertical. So now I'm going to either choose if I'm going to use the right or the left of the middle ones that we have here. So the right or the left. So if I choose to go with the left, for example, that means I'm going to put the red only on the left. So for this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, going that way. And then when I finish putting the red, then I need to alternate again and go for the vertical. And now when I'm putting the last vertical, I've already used the blue, the red. That means the last one I'll use is the green, and that one is definitely going to be here because I told you the red and the green are going to be the ones in the middle. So the next one I'm going to use for the vertical is going to be green. I'm going to put it here and here and here, and after that I'll then finish up for the horizontal. So I'm going to finish all of that up, then show you what I have. Okay, so I just finished and this is what I have. This is the entire plaid pattern. So like I showed you from the beginning, we started with the red vertical. So we did the red 1, 2, 3, 4. Then after that, we did the green horizontal. Then I told you those two were our first or our guidelines, and every other thing we need to do needs to be beside them. So left, right, left, right. And I also told you each time you finish doing a vertical, you need to swap it out and do a horizontal basically. So we did the red vertical, then after that we did the green horizontal. After that we then came back to do the blue vertical, and after that we did the red horizontal, and after that we did the green vertical, and the last one we did, which you can see is the last one that's on top here, is the blue horizontal. So once you finish it, this is what you're going to have. This is what the pattern will look like. So the next step will be to add our handles. So for our handles, we are going to basically add them. If you check or if you look at your work, we have one row here, one row here. So if you count one row, we are going to add our handle on the first row of each side. So the first row here and the first row here. So we have two handles. So one is going to go here, one is going to go here. So for the handles, what I can tell you, can count 3 stitches, so 1, 2, 3, and in this third one, this is where our handle will start. Same thing on this side. If I count 3 stitches, so 1, 2, 3, from this third one, this is where our handle will start. So it's going to be basically like this, and then stitch it around. So we are going to go from here and stitch around this way. Same thing with this one, we'll go around and stitch it just this way. So when we are done, we'll have a handle looking something like this. Same thing we are going to do on this side as well. The first row, count 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3. That's where our handle will start. Put this one here. Same thing with this one. Then we'll stitch our handles, stitch around here. Same thing for this one, stitch around here, so that when we are done, we'll have a handle looking like this. So we're just going to do that, then I'll show you what next to do. I just finished attaching the handles, and I forgot to mention something. Before attaching the handles, if you want to use a zip or a zipper, you need to like put it first, or like attach the zipper before attaching the handle, so it's easier for you to like basically sew the handle onto this place. So let's say, for example, if you wanted to use a zipper, you kind of like put the zipper, attach one side to this place and attach the other side to this place, so your bag will basically be something like this. Then you can attach your handle. So you can either attach your handle before attaching the zipper, or put the zipper then put your handle, however you prefer it. So if you were to have put a zipper, you basically have the bag looking like this now. So that basically depends on you. If you want to use a zipper, if you want to use a magnetic clip, same thing, you can just put it like in the middle here, and you have something looking like this. Now the last thing we need to do is just to add the sides of the bag. So for the sides of the bag, if you remember, for this we have 10 single crochet stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10. So if we count 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you count 5 from here going this way, that's basically where we'll start joining this one. So if you hold our bag this way, this is like the wrong side of our work, and this is the wrong side of this one. So if you hold our bag this way, starting from here, we're basically just going to put it this way and then stitch around. So we'll hold this way. While holding it, we'll stitch round, going round this way, stitching round till we get to this side. So what I would advise, the easier way for you to do it so that both sides look neat, if you count 5 this way, just stitch from those 5 till the end here. So if I were to count 5, it will be something like this. So I'll just stitch from here to here and end. Then I'll bring this other one, count the other 5, stitch from here to here and end. Then now align this properly, so you can then focus and then stitch round, so that whatever you do here, you do it the same place. Because the main reason for doing this is because if you try to stitch from here and go around till you get here, your bag may look weird, like the shape won't come out exactly as you want it to, or how you want it to basically. So for it to have a good shape, so stitch the first 5 of this one and end here, then bring this one, stitch the second 5 of this one and end here, before you then start stitching from this end to this end. So you can basically hold it something like this, find the middle, stitch the base, then basically try to hold this one and stitch here. So I'm just going to do that and show you what I have. Like I said, I first started from 5 and I stitched this side, and I added this other one and I stitched this side. Now we still have the bag open like this. So the next thing will be to attach this base, because I told you if you start from one side and try to go the way around, you'll not get the bag looking like symmetrical as it should be. So after doing these first two, the next part will be to do or stitch the base basically. So to get where to stitch, you can basically just put your bag or lie your bag down this way and make sure this side is basically the same with this side. You can like eyeball it a bit, and when I do that, I can then turn it over and see that I need to stitch basically from here to here. So I'm going to just eyeball it, make sure everything looks okay this way. Then when I open it up, I will then stitch from here to here. So when I'm done stitching there, I'll have something that looks like this. Then when I finish stitching here, I can then calmly open this part up this way, stitch here and stitch here. So that is all that is left. So I'm going to do that and show you now. So I'm going to stitch this one, Then when I'm done, I'll then stitch here and stitch here. So everything we did for this side is the exact same thing we are going to do for this other side using the second side panel. Okay, so I'm done sewing all the sides. I finished this one like I told you. We started with this one, then we stitched this side, basically the base, before stitching these sides. Same thing I did for this one. So if you had a zipper in the middle, your zipper will just basically be in the middle and our bag is done. And I think I like this one more because this one looks more like the bag which this one was inspired by, the shape and everything, basically this, compared to the first one I made, which was this one. This one still looks cute and I like it, but then compared to the shape I was going for, this one looks more like it. So we are done, and I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. If you like videos like this, please subscribe to my channel, like and share this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.